but she will always be remembered as a hero in my mind, and that's why October for us is very prominent and a happy and a sad time because we represent it very proudly, but we also, you know, miss her deeply all year long. And when October comes around, her birthday's in July, but when October comes around, it's an even more deeper, sad wound because she's no longer here. And, when I think about the future, I think about, she wasn't here for my wedding. She wasn't here to witness my wedding because she always said when I was a little girl she would be at my wedding. And she wasn't here to meet ever. All of those things there. It's all those personal reasons. I miss her deeply. I just miss her in general. But overall, just to get that great news that I didn't have to go through with having the procedure for biopsy. Now, if he did recommend it, and that would have been his recommendation to say, okay, I'm going to follow through, then even though I would have still been emotional, I just would have went through it because, it's better to know what is going on. It's what you don't know that can kill you. So it's better to get things done and out of the way when you can have a better top chance of survival. Gabrielle, she was so happy. She was like, Miss Joy, I'm so happy for you. And I'm like, yeah, because I was crying. And she thought I was crying sad tears. Like, I got bad news. I'm like, no, I'm crying because I'm happy. And I didn't call Ever at first because I didn't want to distract him at work. I wanted to wait till him the good news when he got home. And I did. And he was amped up and excited. And so definitely he was relieved. I didn't have to go through it, but he's very supportive of whatever. And I told my mom when I got home, and she was excited and happy and relieved when my dad came home. I let him know, so all the family was just, relieved that I didn't have to go down. Spread positivity, and that nigga said, we have enough of the craziness going on. Who was going to stand up and, put everyone together and not keep separating us? So, I love you all. I hope you all are doing great. I hope you all are doing well. And I will get ready to end it here. So always, always, always remember that you're bold, that you're strong, that you're a winner, that you're a warrior, and that you are a survivor. And so am I. Never give up and never ever surrender. You got to deal with issues and to talk about it. Don't spread hate. Be mature and deal with the issues so that we can live and be in peace and harmony. Because everything else that's going on, it been needed to stop. And don't contribute to the problem. Contribute to the solution. So I love you all. Pray for the nation, you guys. So we all be at peace. Much love to you all. Vessels. And I will let Ever tell you guys good night. So 1 second. Just work with me. Okay. Say good night, honey.
Okay, good night. Bye.
Okay. Good night, you all. Hello, everybody. Happy Friday. It is Friday, you all. So today is Friday, the 22nd of January. Guys, I just can't really believe how time is flying by so fast. It is crazy. But, you're living your best life and you're doing what you have to do and you're enjoying life to the best of your ability to thrive, to live, to make it, to do all the things that you can and try not to stress over things that you can't. So hopefully you guys are doing well. You guys are doing great. If you guys did get opportunity to watch the video before this one, that's part 1 to, the health updates, and this is going to be part 2. So before we get to a good start to your weekend, if you didn't have a good ending to your week and heading into the weekend, keep your eyes open, keep your head up, look up, because there's a bigger, brighter, better than horizon just for you. And know and believe that you are well deserving of every good and great thing coming your way. Alrighty. So if you guys can probably hear the TV in the background, I am looking at one of my absolute favorite westerns, Wells Fargo. But I came over here to the dining room side of the house. You guys, so today, early in the morning, it has really been a rainy day. So right now, it is after 4 o'clock. So as you saw, it rained earlier this morning. Ever is gone. It's so neat how the sun has come out. But if you look up, you can really see that overcast, up there in the clouds. So it's probably going to be, rain later on today or throughout the weekend. But early this morning when we left, around 8 o'clock, it was really raining heavy. So this morning, I went to go to the neurology department at the hospital. At the hospital where you guys remember where I go and do the iron infusions. That's in a cancer center where my hematology doctors are. And the hospital before that is the same hospital under the same name, but that is the main campus. So Gabriella and I went to that hospital this morning, and that's another worker that I have. Yes, I mean, it's been another change. Nothing that doesn't happen already. But she's very sweet, very polite. And the boss called me the other day to check and see how things have been going with her. If you ever heard me mention in videos before about a lady named Sharita, that is her daughter that I've been working with the past week. The past week I've been having her going on 2 weeks. I have been having her, and it's been a blast. Peaceful, helpful, no stress, no arguing. It's been amazing. And I called the boss the other day to see if she would be, the permanent worker. If there was a time where she had to leave or not be in because of, sorry you guys, if she had to leave or not be in because of just something to do or not feeling well, things like that. But she's going to be the permanent worker. The other lady that I had, Ebony, did move her to another patient, and also they gave her somebody brand new as well. So like I said, this morning transportation brought us to go bring some paperwork and trying to get with another neurologist. But I am waiting for them to set up that appointment. But we had to just go take care of of those things today to get that situated, drop off the papers, and to meet with the coordinator so I can get with a new doctor. But in order to get a new doctor, they have to have all those things set and out of the way. But we did get that checked off this morning, so that is awesome. Now, on yesterday, I went to have my MRI done. Last week, I was due to go last Friday, but I feel like I explained in a previous video, is that my period came down and it just wouldn't have worked out to where you're being in a machine and you have to be still. So I just rescheduled it for this week, which was Thursday, and we did it yesterday. So I would say overall the experience was awesome. I am so used to, being in a machine. It really doesn't faze me anymore. And I'm not gonna lie, when I very first became ill with the multiple sclerosis and not knowing what I had because I wasn't diagnosed around the first initiation when I first started feeling bad. I was in the machine about, almost 3-4 hours, because they was trying to check and make sure by that being the onset. But just throughout this 4-year journey that I've been going through this craziness, I have, been in machines numerous times than I can count. But their machine at this facility, like they're literally like right down the street, about 10 minutes away from the home, and they're behind the hospital where I went to the emergency room right after Christmas when I wasn't feeling well. So we went there on yesterday and was in the machine about maybe an hour tops. Maybe like an hour. So I could see about 40 minutes, but they did about, I think they did 35 minutes. No, they did 40 minutes of, just being in the machine without the contrast. And then the last 20 minutes, they pulled me out to do that. And that was it. Literally that was it. So, whenever, my neurologist get the results, he'll call me, or probably he'll just send it to my, the hospital portal, and I can go and check that out. Then I'll let you guys know. But I've checked my email, and nothing is in there yet. But when I found out, you guys will get an update about that. But overall, everything, went well. In December, I wanted to do like a reflections of 2020, video, but we never really got a chance to, to doing it, get around and make that video, but we will, but you will see it. It would be But you guys definitely will see that video before the end of this month, January. After we got back, but we did stop in that this morning. I will insert a picture. We sit down and ate breakfast. I didn't take a picture of her, but they, when we was walking, so I did take a picture, about of the facility. But I will insert a picture, and then we sat at the cafeteria, to the hospital. So she had just bought her a bag of chips, while we was heading over there with transportation, and the snacks she had ate while we were sitting there in the cafeteria this morning. Then when we got back, she ate her food. So I mean, today has really been, a really good day. I did do an injection of Imitrex. That's a medication that I take for a migraine, for migraine headaches. I was doing a nasal spray, but I don't really like spraying anything in my nose. Since I was a kid, as an adult, I still don't like it. But I do have the injections that I take. So she's not allowed to give any medication. No home health worker is allowed to give any individual medication. They can assist, to watch you if you drop something or whatever. But we're doing the needle, it's kind of hard. I could do it on my stomach as well, but if I do it on my arm, then someone would have to give it to me. And I could also do it in my leg, but it's kind of hard to grab that, hunk of piece of meat, but you have to do that than trying to get the needle. So, but the medication that I take it not just for the migraine headaches, but for an abdominal migraine. Yes, I know how awkward and weird that sounds, but if you guys that have been with me on this journey, when I was diagnosed with cyclic vomiting syndrome last year, around the beginning, I say right around when, when COVID first started. COVID started around March. I think I had the cyclic vomiting syndrome like around April, finding that out. And then, going to the ER during the pandemic when it first onset. And so since, I think before that I was having those injections, but I was using a nasal spray more often because it had both forms. But, either way you do it in your nose or the injection, it is powerful. As soon as I take it, it makes me feel like, I know it sounds crazy, but sometimes it makes my body feel like it's going into a relapse, because the medication, it does work fast. I can promise you that it works fast. It definitely packs a punch, a kick, a hit, a slap. It's definitely going to do its job, but it wears you out. But I only take it when my stomach is really, really feeling out of control. Like I take the Zofran for the nausea. A lot of times I just try to deal with the headache as much as possible because I don't like taking the medication as often, because one shot, definitely helps out big time. They tell you if it doesn't help, then, they give you, then you are allowed to take, a second injection, 2 hours from that onset, time that you took the first one. But the medication works so fast and it's so powerful and strong, I don't need a second dose. So that one thing I took it when I took the 4s, I took that around 1, and I'm still feeling, better than I was when I first had the headache. So I didn't even have to take me that Tylenol. I just did that injection and it helped out with the stomach. So all of that, was great, and I didn't have to worry or stress about those issues there. So yeah, so that's what's been going on. Sitting down, get ready to watch the Cowboy show, Wells Fargo, Jim Hardy, which I love. I love all the Cowboy westerns, and I'm not ashamed to say that I am. So I'm a major, huge fan. Not all westerns, but if there's things that I'm really attracted to that I feel that, I can watch and it's going to hold my attention. I'm definitely a major fan. Like, I've always loved Bonanza. I used to watch that with my grandmother all the time. I used to watch Bonanza. My dad introduced me to Laramie last year, and I fell in love with that, and also fell in love with Wells Fargo. So, those are two things that I really, really enjoy watching. I always loved The Rifleman. My grandmother was a major fan of that. And it was also the other show. What is that? I can't think what the other show is. Think of the name of that show, you guys, with Matt Dillon and Festus. I cannot really remember the name of the show. It's not The Lone Ranger. I do like that too, but I haven't seen that in a very long time. I cannot think of it. I know his name is Matt Dillon. He's a tall guy, and I really enjoy that one as well. Wagon Train is another good one that's enjoyable. So you guys trying to fix this scarf, but yeah, Wagon Train is another good one.